Yep. Looks like we have audio. Hello everyone, Tactical Edge here. Welcome back to another Wednesday. Faction Wars is the time of the week again, after all. And right now we are gonna go with green skins. I want to play pump wagons. Unfortunately, they're going with Ogre Kingdoms. Race is going with Ogre Kingdoms, a very strong faction. With a lot of good artillery, cheap chaff, and great monster mass. So, I mean, I'm still gonna try to pump wagons my way out of this. Just not sure how do I do this. So, yeah, Oogie Loogie Explode. Flap House have a better charge bonus. So we might consider using that. And then Spore Exploder. We don't really want to use the spiky rollers. The Sundering wouldn't be much useful here. Because if they run into something armored, they are monsters. And it's not going to be cost efficient. Just gonna send those flappers and exploding mushrooms into the fray and disrupt the enemy nobblers. Yeah. All right, let's see. We're gonna have chaff. This is not gonna be great. I don't want to use the black orcs at all because they are just gonna get blasted by lead belchers. Lead belchers, even with their penetration lowered, are still very, very strong. So I think it's gonna be a tough nut to crack. I might. Now I have a limit of 5. Yeah, I have a limit of 5. 5 regiments of Arena, and I already have 4 because of the flappers. So that's a 5th one, I think. And then the Orc boys are gonna get pummeled in the front line anyway, so we can just nobble her up ourselves. A couple Orc boys, and then just send out those Orc 4-boy biggins. Oh, just gonna send out the Spore Exploders and stuff to clear enemy infantry. We need a Lord. What? I don't think I think the Ogres probably wouldn't go for. I don't think the Ogres will go for Oh, actually, you know what? Let's give up on shooting. We can just bring a couple. Yeah, just bring a couple missiles and call it a day. Gaze of Mork, Fist of Gork, and Edbud. Wait, no, Brain Burster. That we do. Mumbo Jumbo Chant? Nah, can't be about it. Don't worry about that one. Power of the Wah. Still have some money. So we just get a wider front line of these guys. Wait, hold on. Wrong unit. Oh wait, has Discourage? Now that can be interesting. I didn't realize that has Discourage. Alright, that increase attack and then that's Discourage. That might be an interesting synergy. Our front line is gonna be nothing here. It's gonna be a bunch of nobblers and a bunch of gobbles, and with pump wagons stacked on top. Just hoping to clear out the enemy chaff quickly. Probably, it's probably not gonna work, but just gotta try. Just have to give it a try. And then I guess we can just bring 2 of these Orc boys with spears and call it a day. We're not gonna use any missiles, just gonna bum rush them. Might work, might not work, we shall see. Um. Sorry, I think I've got a bit of connection issues right now. Not sure what's happening. Hmm. I think it's stabilized. Not sure what happened there. Ugh, lagging again? Okay. I think it's stabilized a bit. I swear, if it's anything to do with the Amazon outage previously, that would be unfortunate and funny, because it looks like it might be because I'm sure some of you might already have heard that like the Amazon had a bit of crashing yesterday because they deployed a bunch of AI codes. I wonder if that is anything to do with that and the internet going down again, because well, the infrastructure of the internet is built on bullcrap. Anyways, it has nothing to do with it. I have no idea. But anyways, yeah, just gonna set up our units there. Our flappers and spore sploders are gonna be. Wait, huh? Wait, hold on. Why can't I? Oh, because there's an impassable terrain in the middle there. All right, cool. We do that then. I can't have anything on that impassable terrain. And we just have to circle around. The lab vouchers on this map would not be as good because of vegetation. There's a lot of trees in the middle that blocks, so it helps. And yeah, we just have to hope for the best here. Alright, I think we're good to go. We're gonna go spore sploders today, and hopefully they can explode some of those nobblers. Anyways, we are ready, I think. Oh shit! Everyone else is done with their battle in the round. We need to be quick. Sorry about that. Sorry about the delay. I got some connection issues for a bit there, so I was trying to like fiddle around with some settings. But yeah, we are. Oh shit! They have their own. They have their own infantry stacking with monstrous units. They are gonna crush our front line, but hopefully our Orc Barbarians can get some work done here. Okay, you guys might want to just turn off the firewall. That's a great mole caster. Alright, I just need to get close enough and drop some. Alright, those are iron guts. Oh. Okay. Bit rates are still fine, it's just a little bit of stuttering. I have to stay the hell away from there actually for a bit. Yep, just gonna do some friendly fire on our own stuff. Dude, what the fuck are you doing? Oh no! We're going right through our own formations with those stuff. Great times, great times. The spinning loons just went straight through our own troops. Great fun, great fun. Good job, guys. Good job, guys. And our units are on the mass route, unfortunately. Alright, we got through one side. Just need to keep folding in. Unfortunately, everything else is kind of just shattering for us. Not ideal. Getting some work done here. Just give these guys a fist of Gork, maybe? Alright, come back for round 2, I guess. So we're split. Pump wagons, time to keep going. Alright, we don't have any more, unfortunately we don't have any more, spinning loonies now. Alright, these are ogre bulls, and I don't really want to fight them for now. Send Chaff into nobler stuff. Okay, let's just dive them right now. Well, I still have some mobility nearby. Yeah, this is not ideal. This is not ideal. Everything is just bricking on my side. Man, if I had the Terra Inducing right now, that would have been useful. But yeah, the pump wagons were not in the right targets. They should... I should have tried and get them onto like Nobler Trappers, but nah, that didn't happen. And as a result, my front line is also getting collapsed on the. Spinning Loons ate too many funny mushrooms, or they have been infiltrated by Skavens. Yeah, that the Skaven friendly fire mode is definitely on there. All right, anyways, I think we can concede that one. We got crushed pretty hard there, which not too surprised. Greenskin is definitely not favored against Ogre Kingdoms. Ogre Kingdoms does have a very strong. They have a lot of things that are great against greenskins, like the firepower of the lead belchers can annihilate a lot of greenskins stuff, and the mobility of greenskins also doesn't outclass the monsters plus crushers with their anti-large armor piercing as well. Man-Eaters did really well, absolutely beating the shit out of everything I have, and the combination of Ogre Bulls and Nobblers absolutely overpowers my Goblin and Orcs frontline, and more importantly, the Pump Wagons. Definitely not in their element here against a lot of monstrous infantry today. I needed to get them into the Nobler Trappers, but I don't have a good route into there because of all the monstrous infantry and stuff, so it was a bit rough. I probably needed to circle them around, just have, instead of stacking the Pump Wagons on top of the Goblins, I should stack the Orc Boar Biggins on top of the Goblins for a change, probably. And let the Spore Exploders and other Pump Wagons do the flanking. But yeah. GG to my opponent there, the Goldfang Man-Eaters and Sky Striders all doing a very good job in combat. GG to my GG Race, a very good player. Now, can anyone dethrone him? We shall see. But right now, let's move on into the next battle. Okay, let's see. What's next? Alright, refresh. We're fighting a court. Give me something that I can use my... RNG is not happy with my Pump Wagon choices today. Going up against Spotify, and they're going with Corn. How am I supposed to Pump Wagon this shit? Alright, gotta think. First of all, find our opponent first. Come on, RNG. All right. Let me just do some tournament admin. Tough Black Orcs army. Nah, I'm not gonna just send Black Orcs army out. Like, Black Orcs army is against greenskins. That is a bit rough. Especially Black Orcs army against ogres. That's gonna be rough if they have any lead belchers. Lead belchers are gonna eat those Black Orcs for lunch, dinner, lunch, breakfast, everything. Hey, Corn have heavy infantry. True. Oh, I forgot. Spotify can see my code. Did you just Spotify? Did you just type the code and enter the game? Yeah, I was just trying to copy the code and paste it in the chat, but yeah, took a while. Alright, corn. We shall see what happens, because I'm gonna be Pump Wagon spamming, which might or might not work in my favor. I'll bring another Spore Exploder, just cause. And let me just get some orc boys this time, maybe. And what else? Hammer of Gork and maybe I should try this combo for once. And then get a death thrower. Should be all. If I need to shoot things from afar, snipe things from afar. Alright, let's just get a Night Goblin War Boss. And fermented fungi, tormented sword. Yeah, I really just need these two, I think. And then an actual caster with not you. Night Goblin Shaman. Itchy Nuisance to maybe slow down their push. Itchy Nuisance and Gork will fix it, turn that one off, and then Add this bad boy. Sneaky Stillin has no use here. So Itchy Nuisance, Gork will fix it, and maybe Sneaky Stabbin. That's all. That is all. Yeah, let's just get the battle started and see what happens. Pump wagons. Hope the pump wagons can actually do some work here. Oh wait, hold on. We're fighting Spotify. I was gonna say we're fighting Spotify, and then we shouldn't bring Caster. But then again, they're fighting Corn, so not bringing Caster isn't a problem for them. I'll keep doing this then. All right. I'll keep playing with Caster. We're probably not gonna win this, so the idea is maybe have the flappers kill the infantry, and then we'll try the flappers idea. Oh shit, I forgot to change the map. Oh well. We'll keep playing. Unless my opponent have issues with the map. If anything, the map is better for him than for me, with all our missiles there. But otherwise, ready when you are. Okay. We can kind of back ourselves up to a wall. Having a little bit of flank protection, not a lot, honestly, but yeah. We shall see what happens here. the control on this Night Goblin War boss would be quite important, I would say. Brutes of the Hound, that's a lot of infantry. Ooh, that's also a lot of spawns. Ah, shit. Once again, monstrous infantry plus infantry combo, I don't have a lot of good answers to. What do I have to shoot at? Oh, the snackle is gonna die. You know what? Oh, well, snackle is gonna die. Quite unfortunate. Okay, so our front line is getting screwed pretty badly. Go ahead and ram that. You guys pile in. Just buy more time for the side. And you guys go and jump these guys. Alright, let's just pin them down for a bit there. Tormented fungi this stuff, and then send our Orc Biggins over. Oh wow, all the pump wagons went into the same blob. Alright, let's see whether we can just kill them all ASAP. Everyone, I forgot to put them on guard mode. Oh, they came back. Come on over and help out then. Right. Ignore Skull Taker for now. You guys, pump wagons are actually getting stuff done. That's a little bit unexpected, to be honest. Huh. You know what? Everyone just have that. Alright, come on over and help out. Don't really have much of a choice here. Pump wagons are working down the infantry pretty well. I wasn't expecting that. Alright, go and jump them then. Oh shit, here comes the Bloodwake Berserkers. I want. Oh shit. Oh shit. You go and buy time for my stuff to pull out of there. Everyone have your attack lowered. Alright, just jump them. You guys pull back. Give yourself that leadership buff and encourage yourself a bit. While, yeah, everyone starts running out of there. What? How did the right flank hold? I wasn't even putting much stuff into it. The pump wagons made it. The pump wagons did it. Crazy. I know. Itchy nuisance. Oh shit. Go over there! Help your lord! He's going down! Oh no! Our lord! Alright, the lord survived. The problem is we don't have much resources left on the field. What do we even have at this point? We can recharge the Skull Reapers and Wrathmongers, but that's about it. They're just the elite infantry alone will eat our shit for breakfast. Yeah, absolutely maul our shit to bits, which is a problem. I'm gonna do some psycho charge bullshit, but that's about it. Alright, we just have to fight that guy over there. And ignore those berserkers and stuff. Right. So, that. And, send them in once more. Wait, why are you not charging him? Slap him! Come on! Run away! Run away! Pin him down. Keep shooting, guys. Gorko, fix it. Ichi nuisance, Gorko, fix it. Whatever. Just keep pumping down debuffs, I guess. Oh shit. Didn't manage to get Skulltaker. Damn it. What do I still have? A lot of chaff, but oh shit, our lord died! That's really fucking bad. Everything's gonna collapse at this point. Oh shit. Yeah. If we can kill Skulltaker, maybe we still have a tiny chance. That's a big maybe though. Everything's just routing. Oh damn it. I don't have any leadership left. I need them to come back, but none of them are coming. Oh! He's surviving! He got knocked away a bit! No, I don't think he can make it. Nope, this guy is gonna die! A horrible, horrible death! Okay, there's I can drop another Gorko Fixer to slow everything down. Nope, never mind. Yeah, I think that is GG. I think that is GG indeed. Yikes, that was a close one. That was a lot closer than I thought it would have gone. But the pump wagons did well. But unfortunately, didn't manage to take down Skulltaker. We're so close in killing him too. Like, for some reason, and yeah, for some reason I just didn't get to. I didn't get to get a successful attacking order on Skulltaker with yeah. With the Regiment of Renowned Bacon Boys, Bacon Calf. So, yeah, that was quite unfortunate. If I get the charge there with the Fermented Fungi and Tormented Sword locking him down, I probably could have killed Skulltaker, or at least keep my Night Gobble War Boss alive. But a Broken Tusk Mob, I mean, they earned back their value, but didn't do that one final hit to kill off Skulltaker. But yeah, Pump Wagons did solid work though. Fighting in the midst of a bunch of infantry and grinding through a lot of value, actually earning back their money and then some more. Especially this, the Loogie Boogie Spore Splodas. If anything, I shouldn't have brought the Snackless Death Throwers though. They didn't do much. A single Fury is enough to straight up delete them. The Cavalry did some work, but oh, and the Rusty Airs and Ruckluck's Armored Orcs did a lot of good damage. Unfortunately, the rest of the army didn't really carry their own weight, mostly being gobbles and whatnot. Maybe if they're an Orc boys, it might have been a bit different, but alas, unfortunately, they just didn't hold on, and yeah. It really came down to the Lord surviving, but even then, I feel like the Bloodweight Berserker and the Skull Reaper combined have a lot of killing power that I was just not prepared to deal with. Not in the late game scenario. Perhaps the Snarling Pump Wagons got more damage because they were fighting a lot of these expensive elites and whatnot, but alas, it was not the day for the Pump Wagons, although they did earn enough value to justify their worth. GG to my opponent there. And yeah, it really came down to just the Lords in the end. Lord Accurate, Corn, Elites. Yeah, I don't think even if I kill Skull Ticker, I don't think I can necessarily win this one either. Yeah. GG. Alright, next up. Alright, next round, I believe. And we're fighting Norse. Once again, Monstrous Faction and Pump Wagons is just not gonna cut it, I don't think. Alright, right, let's find our opponent there. Cliff of Beasts. Alright, we are fighting this time Norska. Oh, another monstrous army. But they might go Bearmen this time. So I guess I'm gonna bring more Flappers. And a Sports Bloater. Oh, it was not Skull Ticker, it was just a Demon Lord. Okay, never. Oh, okay. Skull Ticker would, yeah, that was slightly less tanky than the usual Skull Ticker, so I was wondering why I can kill him that fast. But seems like just a regular Demon Lord who can add a lot of attack buffs to the field. I think it's the Locust of... No, wait, no. Locust of something. It's a big attack buff. But yeah. Fighting Norska, probably gonna see a bunch of... Yeah, probably gonna see a bunch of ground forces of Bearmen frontline once again. Definitely is more justifiable with the Snotling Pump Wagons this time round. So we're gonna bring some of those and Norska. I'll bring Boar Wagons just cause. A few Salvage or Boar Boys just to get a bit more numbers on the field. And what else? Rustiers, Armored Orcs. And then once again we'll probably need a Staff Thrower just to give some pressure at the enemy from afar. They're probably gonna Spirit Leech me. So I either get a cheap Lord or a tanky Lord. I will go for Azak. That might be a better option here. Spirit Leech, Skull Muncher, and Doom and Darkness might be neat, and then a few more units to guard the back. Yeah, I guess that will be it. Or just get a couple orc boys with spears. I still have some leftover change, so I can get one of them. Slugger Slashers or Azag's Art Armor. Yeah, I'll bring a Slasher. Give them a little bit more leadership and also more attack whenever Azag is around. Yeah, let's go then. All right. Sorry, connection spiked again. All right, I think we're back. But yeah, I think the connection for tonight isn't that stable, which is why I'm having some connection issues here and there. Sorry about that. I'll have a look at it and see what I can do about it later. But yeah, right now we just have to keep playing. Oh, wait. Oh wait, should I? There's a bunch of impassable terrain on the side. Maybe I should take out Cliff of Beasts from the playable maps, because I think they sometimes have pathfinding issues if they're running into impassable terrain on the edge of the map. It's been a while since I played on this map, so I don't really remember if there's any issues, what issues are they exactly. But yeah, we shall see. Alright, their speed is... The problem with pump wagons is their speed is kind of slow at only 70, which is one of the slowest mobility. A lot of heavy cav have 77, so even if they charge, even if the pump wagons get a charge on the infantry, they still need some time before they can retreat. And Noska has a lot of mobility and can quickly just bail out of there. So yeah, we shall see what happens here. See if we can get those pump wagons to work again this time. Oh, this might be a bit rough. I just have to Spirit Leech Wolfric at this point. Not a lot of options, to be honest. Come on, land some hits, Snackla Death Throwers. Oh shit! They didn't get a volley off though. Good news, I guess. Alright, we charge. We charge. Oh boy, look at the damage! Look at the damage! Exploded! They're exploding! They're exploding so hard! It's crazy. All right, okay. I take back any I take back any shit I talked about on pump wagons. They're holy fuck. What are they doing? Oh god, the damage, the carnage, the carnage. I mean, they don't survive for long, but look, the carnage, man. All right, I need to actually push my stuff up. Right. Look at the carnage. Oh, the carnage, the damage. It's crazy. Unfortunately, I didn't have the units in place to follow up. So after all the attack, I didn't expect them to do so much. That's the thing. Like, I know they can do some damage, but holy shit. They absolutely wrecked those poor sons and bitches. Alright, wah. Time to wah? Oh shit, that's a lot of damage. Oh fuck. Shoot those guys, I guess. Alright, more damage onto this guy. Alright, come back for a second round, I guess. As far as Bull does. Alright, get some damage done. You guys keep shooting. Why are you not shooting? Come on. Man, the pump wagons did a lot of work, but my fallout was absolute gobshite, so that was unfortunate. Like, my units were too freaking far away to do it and make use of the opportunity the pump wagons created for me. So I'm paying a heavy price for that mistake. Alright, just keep committing to that. Shoot these guys. You guys come and help. Those are done for. Come back. Get you guys over to help out. I just have to charge them over there. You guys come back and actually chase them down. Huh. The power of being a regiment of renown. They can fight freely. They can hold on a little bit longer than your usual gobbles. That helps. And you guys just keep getting rid of the Beast of Tashin. You don't really have much else to do here. Wow, time again. Alright, come over and help, perhaps? You know what, never mind, just fight these guys. Keeps the red leeching, Wolfric, I don't really need you to do anything else. Just keep spirit leeching him is fine. Get out of there a bit. Alright, keep pulling back, I guess. Get away from... Alright. Just, you guys are still busy there. Come back. You guys come back as well. I hope those... They've got like 5 of these guys left. Alright. Come over and help. Actually, you guys can come and fight that and charge them down. Alright, they're done for. They're also done for. Alright, cool. Do I have any spirit leech targets? No, not. I might be able to do something with Alright, just do a little bit of a side charge, maybe. Ow, that's gonna hurt a bit. That hurts quite a bit. I don't have enough for an overcast to maybe spirit leech Wolfrig again. So yeah, I don't really have. Oh well, never mind. I don't have a lot of resources left. Not ideal. I think that is GG. The fact that I didn't capitalize on the carnage those flappers did, that was a big mistake there. Like, they did a lot of damage, but they also died, and I didn't have any follow-ups. GG. Oh shit, I forgot to save that one. Let me just quickly move my stuff. Greenskins versus Norska. Well played to my opponent Curio there. A very nice recovery even after the javelins got hit pretty hard. I didn't follow up with my cavalry to really deal a killing blow. Instead, they're just kind of sitting there and letting the opportunity slip. And unfortunately, I paid the ultimate price for that one, as I didn't do enough damage to kill off Wolfric either. So a lot of their units were able to stand till the end and managed to outlast my Greenskins troops, who are of course more vulnerable in terms of leadership in general. Yeah, the pump wagons did work. I just didn't do enough follow up there. Yeah, the pump wagons didn't fail me. I failed the pump wagons. They were really good at just charging through those infantry. I was not expecting so much damage they can do with the charge impact. Man, and that's very solid stuff there. But yeah, the skin wasn't do a whole lot, but the javelins that came back managed to get some very solid work done, and of course, Searing Doom's thinning out my troops, and all those mobility chasing down my stuff there, getting some very good value with the Norscan Ice Wolves. And yeah, GG to Korea there, and we're moving on to round 4, I think. Yep, let me just refresh. Oh, the other games are still going on, so I'm gonna do some, I'm gonna organize some of the replay files I received. We will be doing replays after, as usual, after the live battles, but at the same time, I'll also be, hold on, I'll also be, yeah, at the same time, I'll also be, I think we'll do one more live game after the 20s, so basically doing a 1v1 with General Spotify for some no-cast battles from both sides. Or at least that's the plan. We shall see if we still have some games left in us after the 20. Alright, got some replays. There might be some duplicate replays as well, so we'll have to do some sorting. But other than that, I think we're pretty good to go. Alright, these are Skaven stuff. So if there are any Skaven, yep, there are some Skaven games here, so we can delete some of them. Oh, these are the same. Alright, cool, we can delete that as well. While we wait for the last game in round 3 to conclude, let's have a look at let's have a look at one of the quicker games in round 1. General Spotify versus Kodak's General Spotify, going in with a front line of Marauders of Khorne and a lot of Bloodletters, a line of Furies, and 3 more Chaos Spawns of Khorne. Leading the army is a regular Exalted Demon. Sorry. Exalted Demon? Herald of Khorne. Herald of Khorne. Yeah. Exalted regular demon. Herald of Khorne with the locus of... Wait, hold on. Wait, it has Tormentor Sword? I didn't even realize that. It's been so long since I played Khorne. I didn't even realize they have Tormentor Sword. That would be pretty nice against mobile units, locking them down. Spawns of Khorne behind the front line of Marauders and Bloodletters will be flanking. They're going to be challenging a Cathay box, and they are indeed boxing up really hard. Jade Warriors circling, and also Peasant Long Spear circling, a core of Grace of Kuei-Yin and a bunch of crossbows. Celestial Dragon crossbows, Jade Warrior crossbows, and Iron Hail Gunners with Jade War Drum. A Jungle War Drum imbuing magical attacks to nearby units, but oh yeah, that is magic attacks, and these are Marauders of these are Khorne units, so they have spell resistance but not magical resistance, so that is going to be a bit of a problem there. All the demons have their physical resistance negated, and yeah, this Khorne build would have a lot of troubles breaking through this wall of Cathay spears and halberds. Righteous Lancers are waging in the skies, and Yuanbo the Jade Dragon leading the army to execute enemy characters, using that net of Amentok to lock down units and just annihilate them from afar, in combination with those all these crossbows and missile fire. And Emperor's Executioner, transformation of Dragon Standard Self, Fury is getting too close already, and showered with arrows with a finishing blow from the Righteous Lancers, sending them back to the warp. We're gonna fast forward here a bit, as right now it's the Bloodletter's turn to get shot. They don't have missile block chance unlike the Marauders, so every time they get shot, especially with magical missiles, they just eat the full damage, and immediately you can see they're getting annihilated. Which is why, if you're expecting to fight against box factions, you might want to bring the Hellforged Bellowers regardless of whether the enemies have artillery or not, because Hellforged Bellowers would be a great counter to this kind of box formation there, just annihilating them from afar, while the archers and crossbows, the crossbows and gunners don't have the range to reach them. But yeah, the Furies are getting deleted, and even if they get close, they are just gonna get blocked by the Righteous Lances. And all these infantry, they're very wide, but they don't have the same punch as monsters. To quickly break through enemy infantry, they have to grind down the first line of defenses before they can even get close, which you can see they don't have a lot of progress here, as they're fighting up against Jade Warriors with halberds and long spears buffed up by Harmony. So unfortunately, that was a very one-sided battle for Khorne there. A lot of units got deleted before they even get the chance to make any kills, and even if they reach into melee distance, these that they just don't have the punch to grind through those spears and halberds. The wall of Grand Cathay bodies is just too much with the Harmony buff. And Herald of Khorne, oh, he got deleted. He probably got netted by Yuanbo and then deleted by archers or something. Didn't even notice that happened. So yeah, that definitely went down very fast. Not much to say about that, and we are moving into round 4. Huh? That's Weird. Huh? Huh? Okay, let me just quickly check stuff first. Challenge is being weird. Excuse me for a second. Challenge is drunk. No stuff to nah. We're gonna do one more round, regardless. Even if I have to manually set up the rounds myself. Alright, give me a second. I will have to manually set up the rounds. Fuck me. In that case... Wait, what? Maybe it's because Codex decided that there's not enough people to make 4 rounds? That's weird. Because we definitely had 4 rounds of battle with 6 people before. Yeah, I just realized when I try to do some manual pairing, it doesn't work. Oh, Contrarian Codex! He's in the lead on the leaderboard right now. Like, I was trying to, like, maybe if I can just do some manual pairing, but I realized, wait, hold on, this shit doesn't fucking work. So I think we have to conclude it in 3 rounds, which is very anticlimactic. Not gonna lie. Yeah. Kodak's managed to own Kodak's managed to cheat his way through with challenge stopping the game early. Nah, I don't think we can get everyone a new opponent, which is a problem here. Like if challenge can't get it with logical deductions of programming, I don't think I can do it via human logical deductions either. Like I don't think my brains can overpower like cold hard logic and computing power, man. Yeah, I realized. Wait, what if I take myself out of the count? No, there's still gonna be like 1 player. No, yeah, no. This doesn't work. To be fair, Kodaks did manage to get some good. One thing I was not expecting is Grand Cathay winning against Ogres, because when I played Ogres, I never had a problem bullying Cathay, so I was surprised that actually worked here. So yeah, good job to Gontrai and Kodaks with the Grand Cathay win on that one. Uh. Race. Yeah, huh. Yeah, I think we just have to conclude the tournament early at this one. Kodak's won fair and gay. Yeah, he is he's playing Cathay, so it's default. He's default. He's default gay. Nah. Hold on. We might be able to do something funny on this one. All right. We might do a 3v1 or something. If Kodaks is also down for it. Box equals gay. Nothing against gay people or anything. It's just funny. It's just funny with seeing people boxing cowardly. They don't deserve this. They don't deserve respect. Just for boxing, not because of the gay bit. Alright, give me a second. Let me just announce the winner and then we can proceed with the other funny bits of the tourney. Alright, cool. Seems like they're going to do a 3v1, so I'm gonna hop in just cause. No! They're full! Game full. In that case. Send me the replay after you guys are done. Alright, looks like they're doing a 3v1 or an FFA. I'm not sure. A 4v1? Oh boy. Open the spec slot? Alright, I'm hopping in. Hopefully the internet holds up, because if it doesn't, it will be very sad. Screen blocker. It's a 3v1. Race, General, Spotify, and Curio just gonna gang up on Codex. Codex has 3 times the budget. Wait, hold on. Alright, so the problem with the idea of having three times the normal budget is that there's only 20 unit slots and you can only like dump so much money into one army. Like you can only fill up you can only spend so much money on units before you have to go into upgrade territory. So we've asked them to lower the budget and just give everyone less money. Wait, hold on. Yep, which let's connect with. Its connection issue today. Maybe a replay is better. I think our connection seems to stabilized, so hopefully it should be fine. Like, it's not even like stuttering. Like, it's not even like slowing down games or anything. It's just for like a few seconds the game would the connection just kind of like the frame rate just drops for the stream, but then it stabilized, so it seems to be fine again. Like the games afterwards, the game seems to be fine as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it will be fine. If not, then well, shit. I'll just have to wait for a replay again. So yeah, we shall see what happens. But yeah. Oh fuck! What is Race doing with his army? Oh, okay. Yeah, he went the expensive route. Right, remember these are 3 armies versus 1. Codex has 18k gold, while everyone else has 6k. So there are like multiple very small armies versus 1 very big army. And we're on Bitter Dunes, huh? It's a fairly flat map, but there are still some like elevations, so this is gonna be so dumb. I'm looking at a lot of these armies, and yeah, it's gonna be dumb as fuck. It's gonna be funny though. That's the main thing. Alright, Spotify seems to be... Oh no! What are you doing, Spotify? Oh, that is a horrible, horrible army. Oh god. Spotify, I don't know if you're hearing me, but you might just want to slap a couple chaff units and be done. Alright, everyone is just trying to spend like just 6k gold. Yeah, just enough to reach that cap. Alright, looks like everyone's almost ready. It'll be fine. Alright, we're going in. Let him cook. Yeah, he cooked. It's fine. He cooked. Look at this. A very tiny army, but that's because there's a freaking hunter in the middle of it. A Stonehorn hunter, too. Look at the unit count on these armies, too. Now, technically, both sides have fulfilled the minimal unit count. Like, just, if you can see here. Oh, we can't see the unit model count over on this. Anyways, there's like 1, 2, 26, 186 models on the ogre side. Oh wait, no, there's another 16. 186, 202 ogres, and then yeah, it's just small armies. Very tiny armies on both sides, and for the corn army here, 2 plus another. Wait, where's their infantry? All right, 2 plus 80 plus. Wait, 1, and where's Scarborough? 2, and then 82. Huh? Where's the right, yeah. Another 202 models. Man, that's just small armies. 3 people and have more units. I mean, they have the same budget as you, right? But yeah. And then the Norscan is the only one that's making up the body count on the Chaos side. Kind of Chaos Destruction-ish. So, on one side we have Grand Cathay army builds, a front line of Jade Warrior with halberds. They can afford to go a bit more quality-centric here because they have 18k gold. And then some Jade Warrior crossbows, Grace of Koying, Crane gunners, and Peasant archers with multiple heavy artillery grand cannons, and some Fire Rain rocket battery. But these rocket batteries are mostly just gonna be using ammo on Norscan Marauders, I believe. I brought race extra models, and you brought Courier. Sorry, you got Spotify's as well. Yeah. Now there's also multiple Longma Riders. One of them, the Righteous Lances, and leading the army is Zhao Ming, the Iron Dragon. On the other side, for the Chaos/Destruction army, there's a lot of freaking single entities on their side, because after all, they have 3 lords. Scarborough the Exiled, Wolfric the Wanderer, and Golfak Man-Eater. I hope I don't get banned for that. Korn's Bloody Fist. There's also Hunter, Stonehorn Hunter, Marauders of Korn, Chaos Warhounds, and for the Norscan making up the bulk of the body count here. Marauders, a line of Marauder Javies, and oh, there's some Ogre Bulls with Iron Fist. There's also the Man-Eater, Goldfang's Man-Eater, and Goldfang's Man-Eater. So yeah, he's bringing it out, rolling up with his own bodyguards, and you can see the Marauders are getting lit up pretty dang hard by those firing rockets. Grand Cannons are also firing at Scarbrand the Exiled, I think, getting some good damage done. But oh, look at the damage! Oh, Scarbrand, what are you doing? You're getting too close. Stay away. He's getting shot to bits by the Grace of Quaying. Although the Grace of Quaying themselves are getting... Did they got hit by... Oh, they got Searing Doomed. Yeah, that makes sense. More Searing Dooms coming in. And yeah, just really thinning out the Grace of Quaying, knowing that it is the biggest threat to the big single entities here. The Bloody Fist of Khorne is gonna go in for some fisting on some Great Longmar Riders, though missing the attack as they were flying out of his attack range. And oh no, the Grand Cannon plus all those missiles from Grand Cathay is really whittling down Scarbrand, or already down to half health, and nothing really in place to disrupt the enemy shooting. And yeah, you might actually go down pretty hard here. He's going hard for those artillery, maybe. The Grace of Quaying are still firing, and nothing else is in place to really shut them down. Wait, hold on. Where's the Hunter? Oh wait, the Stonehold Hunter is still there. He's not hidden though. The Noveler Thief Stone has been deactivated, or either he's just too close to be seen. Oh yeah, the Thief Stone has been deactivated, and Hunter is rolling in. Oh no! The connection. Maybe I should have just waited for the game to happen. That was. All right, we're already in, so it's too late to bail out, because I'm also worried that if I drop right now, it will cancel the game as well. So that would not be ideal. But yeah, Grand Cathay boxes continues to stand tall, but Marauders are trying to sneak through and get to the missiles. Scarbrand is still standing as the Stonehorn rolls in and start pummeling stuff as it is pushing through enemy formation. Scarbrand is getting lower in health. And the Khorne's Bloody Fist isn't pushing through just yet. There are some Warhounds getting dispatched by the Jade Lances, but Scarbrand is in and continues to now shut down those Grand Cannon. Oof. The Hunter took some damage here, but we'll jump in again to plow through the enemy infantry, the Grace of Quaying there. And that is pretty nice, getting some pretty good damage done. Ogre Bull's Iron Fist also starts rolling close. And with the Grace of Quaying knocked out, then the Chaos Slash Forces of Destruction will have a bit of a better time fighting enemy units. Wait, what the fuck is... Oh, how the fuck did Zhao Ming took so much damage? Wait. Oh. He was getting beat by Goldfang Man-Eater and Wolfray. Oh, wait, hold on. There's a lot of Javis. That's probably why. He was in dragon form earlier, too. So the Javis definitely did some heavy lifting there. Forcing Zhao Ming back into human form to really mitigate some of the javelin fire being a little harder to hit. And yeah, Scarbrand is still alive somehow, so he is rolling through enemy backline and shutting down enemy missiles, really clearing out these Grand Cannon crew. And Grand Cathay is in a bit of trouble. They only have so much missiles left, and a lot of them are kind of busy otherwise. Ooh, a big rampage, forcing all these Cathay units to blob up around here, making a nice target for the Searing Doom from the Norscan army, I think. Yeah, the Shaman Sorcerer of Metal here. Righteous Lance of Waging are on the ground, but at the same time being surrounded by the Goldfang Man-Eater and Goldfang Man-Eater himself. It's a bit of a tongue twister of units and names. They are taking a shit ton of damage. Why over here? Well, Scarbrand is back to the warp now. But at least all those Grand Cathay artillery has been shut down. And Stonehold Hunter is still jumping around with the Forces of Chaos and... Yeah, Forces of Chaos and Destruction getting a slight bit ahead right now in terms of balance of power. Wait, Scarbrand, why are you still there? I thought you're dead. Never mind. Went over and pummeled Zhao Ming. Zhao Ming does not have the Burning Van Braces. He needs to be in dragon form to use that ability. So in human form. Oh wait, no! Scarbrand, all you had to do is land a killing blow, but he did not land a killing blow. And here comes the Murder Hunters of Javis. Are they going in melee to try and kill him? Oh no, oh no, Zhao Ming, is he gonna turn back into a dragon? The javelins is knocking him down, and he died. He died before he could turn into a dragon. And there goes Zhao Ming before the Burning Van Braces even hit. Good shit. I was not expecting him to die in such a clutch way. Like, he turned back into human form, trying to negate some of the javelin shots, but at the same time, he couldn't use Burning Van Braces because of that. And right in front of the Javis, almost when he was literally seconds away of turning back into a dragon and getting that burst heal, he just got point blank executed by the javelins, and there goes the victory belonging to the forces of chaos and destruction, the collision of a lot of chaotic units. Oh, technically the ogres aren't completely chaotic, but it's very chaotic nonetheless in terms of not magic wise, but yeah, they're habits wise. But yeah, Zhao Ming didn't get much work done. He's just getting bullied pretty hard by javelins and stuff. What even killed him that hard? Probably javelins, maybe? Wolverine getting solid work done, to be fair. And Shaman Saucer of Metal doing a lot of heavy lifting with Searing Dooms, and also the javelins did some good stuff. They were just hard by the ogres, or the ogres were hard by chaos. Oh yeah, that actually makes sense. Narrative-wise, that makes a lot of sense. So it was the forces of Khorne leading a Norscan warband accompanied by Wolfric the Wanderer here, hiring some ogre mercenaries to invade Grand Cathay, and in the end, that worked out. Or maybe even just Golfang's man-eater beating the shit out of I might actually check this replay again, just because. And yeah, the Grand Cathay missiles, they did a lot of damage, but just not enough to carry the day here, as unfortunately too many single entities to deal with, and they just do not have the resources for that. And Zhao Ming didn't carry his own weight here either. Yeah, Scarbrand did a lot of good disruption despite taking so much damage, and Khorne's Bloody Fist did some good work as well. Oh man, that Stonehorn Hunter is just so good against Grand Cathay, able to just plow through enemy formations and jump around, which Cathay doesn't really have an answer to other than using Yuan Bo's Net of Eminent Talk to lock them down and delete them with all those missiles. But yeah, GG. Let me just save that replay just because I want to see how Zhao Ming died so hard there. We all know who won the fight. Indeed, indeed. That was a crazy battle with a like Zhao Ming was like 1 second away from his healing, maybe a couple more, but like seconds away from getting back into dragon form and getting that healing back. But those javelins were like, nope, you're gonna die, and you're gonna die right here, and point blank executed him. That was just such a brutal way to deny the comeback. Fun stuff. Gonna fast forward there. I just want to see how Zhao Ming took so much damage there. I'm gonna fast forward a bit. The firing rockets did a lot of work, but unfortunately, Zhao Ming turned into a dragon, kind of being forgotten here, as there are 3 pairs of hands, 3 different angles, 3 attacking, and a shit ton of single entities. So yeah, Scarbrand and Horn's Bloody Fist kind of locking down the enemy. Oh, yeah, the Javelins were doing a majority of the heavy lifting here. There's no final transmutation either. It's all Javies. And then the Man-Eaters come in. Javelins shredding Zhao Ming's HP bar. He needed to wait like 2 minutes to get back into Dragon form, and in the meantime, while being in human form, he was not a particularly great fighter. He doesn't even have immune to psychology in human form. That makes no sense, honestly. But yeah, that was a brutal denial of Dragon form Zhao Ming. Yeah, he had to turn back into Dragon. He needed to turn back into Dragon, but he was still some time away from it, I think. And, right. Easy. Yeah. Right, so he can only become Dragon form after like a 2-minute cooldown. Slow down a bit there. I'm just checking the cooldown thing on the Dragon form. Yeah, it has a 2-minute cooldown. I think he transformed into Dragon at 2 minute, like, past 30. So he is still not able to get back into Dragon form. The cooldown's still on right now. And he's almost dead. But I think at this point he's still he's terrified, so he can't turn whatsoever. And then when he's almost gonna turn back, just a few more seconds. And also he's like terrified. Okay. He's still not able to turn. Almost there now. Now he's able to turn, but... And he died. Damn the Javelin. But yeah, Korn did a lot of work for disruption, and then there's just nothing to really stop the Stonehorn Hunter at that point. Too much firepower and too much fighting power. And yeah. GG. Alright, Spotify, are you still up for the 1v1 no caster? Alright then. Right, let's get a lobby up. I'm just gonna do a random map, so give me a second. River Amaxon is on my random generator. So let's just do that. And no caster 1v1 with Spotify. I'll keep going greenskins, actually. And once again, now there's no weapon variant anymore. Wait, Fruit Rules. I don't think there's any more variant issue with Fruit Rules. So that means... Wait, or do they count as same units? That might be a different thing. Hold on, let me just quickly check Fruit Rules to see what I want to do is legal or nah. I think that it is legal. Oh boy. I think it is legal. There we go. They're going vampire counts. Right. That is going to be a problem. Hmm. $240 plus that's 96. I need more trips. Alright, Grom the Front. Lucky Banner. No, I need the Great Onions here and language of the boys. And what else? I can't bring Caster though. What? If they're bringing Ghost Army, then I have no chance. Like, I've got no magical attacks. I don't have any anti-magic. The only thing is a rogue idol with the big gun. And I have not. Maybe I just have to bring Savage or Boar Boys at this point then. No, that's 240. I don't have enough numbers on my end. I might just have to give up on magic damage in that case. And see if I can fight this one out. Is there nothing, really, just nothing with magic attacks with greenskins? There really is nothing at all, damn it. Yeah, just nothing. Nothing. What do you... Not... There really is just nothing with magic attacks, damn it. Okay. I think this has to be it. There we go. We going with pump wagon spam. SE, some units have magic attack. Not much. Not in greenskins, I don't think. Grimgore, but look, I'm rolling with pump wagon spams. It's gonna be a travesty if I don't go Grom the Punch, okay? So no, I'm going Grom the Punch, not Grimgore. It's gonna probably end badly though. Very badly. Alright, the boys are ready, kind of. Here we go. Ready when you are, good luck, have fun. Man, my army is cursed. But we are on a doomsday run in the wasteland, post-apocalyptic wasteland. We're going a Mad Max build, kind of. Like we have enough body count. It's a crazy build, kind of. We shall see what happens here with all these spore exploders and stuff. Oh fuck! Never mind. Pull back. Pull back a bit, let those Alright, just go and roll through those zombies, I guess. Stack on top and try to crush them with weight. of your units, I guess. Alright, go ahead and help the boys, support the boys with buffs and stuff. They're doing some work, they're definitely getting some stuff done. I can't deny that. And, but the Blood Knights, man, they are a tough nut to crack. It's an army of curse builds. Two armies of curse builds, more like, yeah. I couldn't now run the Blood Knight, so I just have to get some extra stuff in there. Alright, somehow the pump wagons are doing work. Against Blood Knights, no less. Alright, I think we got this. Kinda. We have the numbers. They don't have the healing. Alright. Alright. Hello, David. How are you doing? That's a lot of Blood Knights, but we shall see if this is gonna work or anything. Get a rear charge on the Blood Knights. Everyone get some extra attack. Alright, we dealt with these guys, so yeah, time to send those pump wagons into pumping some zombies. While the really battered Orc Boar boys can come over and help. Alright, we lost our flank there, and we need to send our units over to help. Oh, the type is just surviving, just chilling there. Alright, dude's pretty stuck. Way too much cavalry and stuff in there. Trying to force path my way out. Too much cavalry and zombies. Oh no, don't do that. Alright, hit that. Try to thin out some of those. Come on, clear out those infantry. Alright, there we go. And now the models are stuck, getting ground upon stuck there. Alright, get out of there! Stay alive! Heal! Regenerate! Alright, another WoW. Keeping some of the units in there alive while we can. Alright, ignore those zombies and send our units over. We have another mini WoW that we can use. Alright, go ahead and grind down the enemy infantry then. Pump wagons. Keep grinding. Ground punch, you can keep healing if possible. And keep the pressure onto the Blood Knights while you can. Make sure they start crumbling to their own death. Alright, cool. I think we might have this. We have troops coming back while the undead, while they don't rout, if their troops die, they die forever. Will we have another WoW? I don't think we have another WoW, unfortunately. The third WoW was a bit premature, I would say. But oh well, I think we can do this. The corpse card is keep doing a lot of heavy lifting to keep things alive here, but yeah, I think we should be able to have this. Just kill the Blood Knights and then surround and beat down the Red Duke. But yeah, no healing from both. No spells from both sides. They do have El Sif though to kill my stuff. Oh shit! Why are you all suddenly flashing white? Alright, kill the blood knights. So at least they don't have stuff chased my routed units. And have Grom the Pawn stick around and to make sure the boy stays in the fight. Oh shit. Things starts breaking and shattering. Ground Punch isn't gonna win against an Elsip dispenser, so yeah. Oh shit. My units are routing one too many times. That corpse card is doing some heavy lifting, man. Need to kill that, so the vigor mortis can be turned off. The vigor refresh is coming in quite clutch, and also more importantly, stats buffs and debuffs and stuff. But yeah, Pump Wagon's getting some work done. I wouldn't say they're like hard carrying the game. It's probably the Boar Boys and Boar Boy Big Guns, but yeah. All right, we're almost there. We're almost there. It's a grind of mobility. The Mad Max build versus the Lances of the Dead. The Knights of Undeadnia. Alright, just kill that. Just kill the corpse card, will you? Alright, corpse card dead. We can go and recharge Red Duke now. But yeah, these rollers are these Notling Pump Wagons are surprisingly competent. Interesting. Let's have a bit of a close up. Quite a crazy machine, honestly. And all that's being powered by a single Snotling at the back. GG. Damn, the Snotling Pump Wagons did work. The flapper ones did work. The other ones not so much. Oh wait, no, these are not the flapper ones. These are spiky rollers. I think they have they have X-ray armor sundering, which does help lower the enemy armor and get some more damage done. But yeah, one of the blinds did some really serious. A few of the blinds did some really serious job, but I did manage to get some good damage with these armor-piercing bacon cav. And yeah, with Grom the Paunch holding the line, being regenerative and stuff. The Mad Max build did work in the end. Not all of these pump wagons get their values worth, but these Snotling pump wagons having doesn't need to deal with managed to get a bit of superior numbers on the right flank with all the bacon cav on their side, and doesn't have to deal with the center of the Blood Knights collapsing into their side. Managed to get some good grinding done. You can see a lot of kills, a lot of damage value, and yeah, both sides just duking it out with their with max amount of troop variants, which has, well, the variant restriction has been removed from Fruit Rule, so both sides are legal with their builds. 9 freaking pump wagons is completely viable these days. Well, not viable as a competitive build, but viable as a build in general. Yeah, it worked out. GG to my opponent there, and we're moving on into replay section. Alright. Wait, hold on. Oh. Oh, you mean Cav. I was like, what is a CV? Is that some unit that I do not know? Wait, no, you mean cavalry. That makes sense. Okay, I can assure you those are... So... Okay, so at the beginning, the bacon cav are definitely hidden in the trees. That was intentional. But after that, anytime if they're in the trees, after that, it was not because they just kind of routed into the trees. But yeah, I was just trying to push the cavalry through the trees on the right flank. Same for the left flank, and trying to get to the side. Because they were deployed... Like, the thing with Amazon River is there's like an impassable terrain on one of the side. It's kind of like a small cliff. So you can't get past it. You have to push through into like the middle section where it has an opening, and then you can maneuver out of it. I had to push through there, and that was basically my only way through, other than to just go immediately back to the center. So yeah, I had my cav going for the wagon. So when your cav charged, they got no charge on them. Yeah. I wouldn't say that was intentional, but yeah, that was definitely a benefit to have a bit of a bait and switch, because like you're charging one target that is running away, and then another unit charging through their friendlies and onto you, and can be a quite deadly hit because of one side having a charge and the other side didn't have a charge, which really tipped the scales to my favor on my right flank fight. That was very true. But yeah, anyways, that is it for the live battle section. We are going into the replays. We don't have a whole lot for this week, but we'll just cast everything we have available till now. I do need to... Especially we have one round less than usual. Which was unfortunate. I think Challenge just decided to be dumb today. And schedule the first 3 rounds in a way such that there is no 4th round. Like they can't get a 4th round with everyone not getting a duplicate opponent. So yeah, we had a little bit less battle replays today, but we'll just cast whatever we have available. Now we've cast 1 battle replay already, so here's the next one. Wait, hold on. I think we are still missing a few files, perhaps. I just need to check, sorry. I am missing the round 3 ones. There we go. Oh, I think they sent in the wrong replay, perhaps. Yeah, they sent in the wrong replay, unfortunately. Yeah, that is not a replay from this week. Or it got overwritten or something. I am not sure, so we'll have to delete that. And because if they have the wrong name for the wrong replay, they might not have, they might not have the right replay either in their own files anymore. So yeah, we'll just cast whatever we got then. All right. In that case, let's start with the next one. We one sec. Is that another Cathay box? Is that another Cathay box? It is. We're seeing a line of Jade Warrior Halberds, 3 Peasant Long Spears, 1 Iron Hail Gunners, 2 Jade Warrior Crossbows, 1 Grace of Kuei-Yin, and 1 Righteous Lancers of Wei Jing, firing rocket crew, and Yuan Bo leading the army. It is a box, just holding tight with their formation versus Norska, a front line of Marauders and Bearmen combined, I think. Yep, Marauder Bearmen on one side and on the flanks mostly. Behind them is a bunch of javelins ready to chuck javelins at the Cathay formation. Leading the army is Wolfric the Wonder, supported by Famir Noble and some Mistalkers stalking Famir warriors with Beasts of Tashnar and Norscan Ice Wolves, Shaman Sorcerer of Metal ready to drop some Searing Doom. It was all good we had little people today, yep. Yeah, it is just expected, but yeah. I would love to see more. Honestly, I would love to see more Mistalkers on the field. Premier warriors on the field, because they would be less acceptable to stuff like Rays of Kuei-Yin and like armor-piercing fire in general due to their 50% missile resistance. But yeah, Yuan Bo, the Jade Dragon, decided to venture forth and fight the enemy in melee, or maybe even delay their advance. If Famir will just charge in and try to smack him a couple times, mostly missing his shots so far. And he transformed into a dragon, went back into the sky, and quickly evade the enemy attacks. And decided to go after the Hunter Javis at the back there. There's a boat, but not doing a whole lot of damage. Probably better to just thin out the enemy front line than trying to deal with the enemy archers at the back there. You can see one of the Marauders have already been annihilated, while Yuan Bo is mostly unscathed, just dragging those javelins away, while the javelins are kind of stacking up together, overlapping with other units because they're too busy chasing after Yuan Bo. And really nice. I mean, as much as we throw shade at boxing players, I do have to give props where credit is. Give credit where credit is due. Yuan Bo has a really nice maneuver over the course of battle, kind of disrupting the enemy advance and capturing their units' attention, just to buy more time for those firing rockets and crossbows to keep shooting there. And the Marauders are just barely reaching those Jade Warriors right now, and the Jade Warriors, Peasant Spears, they're all holding very comfortably because the boats didn't go to the right target, and wait, Yuan Bo is beating the shit out of Wolfric! Wolfric doesn't have AP, while Yuan Bo does have anti-infantry and armor piercing. What the fuck was that attack animation? Did he just Beyblade himself and spin stuff to death around? Oh wow! I gotta give props to the CAR team and animation 3D modeling team. They have really done a nice job everywhere. Now Amantalk is locked on to Wolfric the Wanderer, who did not manage to get away in time, and Yuan Bo will continue to chop away his HP, and he's getting danger low in HP. It's almost time for an execution hit. He might just get executed any time. Murder Bearmen are desperately trying to pin down Yuan Bo, but Yuan Bo is trying to push through, being a lord and whatnot. Beast of Tashnar is getting thrown all the way, getting maneuvered over, trying to save Wolfric. Oh, Wolfric is in execution territory now. And he goes down. Damn. The gaze of Nagash, Shim's Burning Gaze, dropping Wolfric right below that execution threshold. Even if he ran out of the range, unfortunately he already got locked on by the ability, and the ability still goes through. And there goes Wolfric, and there goes most of the hope of Norska winning this battle there. Next time we should ban casters, well, no caster event. Maybe we should, so there are multiple ideas for the next meme event. One, we have a as you suggest, bring everyone shouldn't bring casters. Oh, and with Wolfric dead and everything barely scratching the box of Cathay, even the Mistalkers are getting pushed back. There's just no hope for the Norskins to win against this Cathay box. Like, it's okay. Like, the box, army-wise, is purely the box, purely a boxing issue. Like, the Marauders can't break through the Norscan box, can't break through the Cathay box, but the snipe on Wolfric, that is an elite move. Like, shit. Sending Yuan Bo over as like a distraction Carnifex, drawing away the javelins, while he is like constantly pitting down, chasing after Wolfric and like slashing his hit points down with his anti-infantry bonus resist, anti-infantry armor piercing. Even if, because Wolfric is on foot, even if he tries to run away, he just gets locked down with Net of Ammentok and just keep getting hit by Yuanbo, and his health drops low. Now, Wolfric did barely manage to get out of his melee attacks because of the Bearman and because of Hunt of Champions, but one Shim's Burning Gaze was able to seal his fate, dropping him barely below that execution threshold. And then Yuanbo's ability come in, the Emperor's Executioner, absolutely sniping the shit out of Wolfric, while Yuanbo is still like around half health. That was a very, very impressive Lord sniping process there. Like, I mean, everything else didn't really do much here other than artillery, deleting the Norscan units left, right, and center. But man, Wolfric got bullied hard, so I guess you can no longer just reliably bring Wolfric on foot into this matchup. It's just too dangerous getting chased by Yuanbo on foot. But yeah, everything else just got deleted from range, so nothing much to say about the rest of the stuff. But yeah, that was impressive. Hold on. Alright, cool. I think these are everything. Next up we have Ogres versus Skaven. Ogres do have a major advantage in this matchup. We shall see if that's gonna work here. Hamster Berserker going with a lot of Storm Vermin, a lot of anti-large actually. 4 Ashen Triads, 4 Storm Vermin Halberds, 4 Climate Spears, 4 Red Ogres, and I think that's Fraught the Unclean. I think that's Fraught the Unclean. Let me just check. Yeah, Fraught the Unclean, supported by an Ashen Saucer with Brittle Bones, slow down enemy units and reduce their melee defense, and nothing else. Concealment Bomb, that's the only thing. That's a bound ability, or a no-cost ability, so it doesn't really matter there. Very simplistic army build, just trying to slow down enemy units, reduce their defense, and hack them down in melee. On the other side, for the Ogres, a front line of Nobblers backed up by a second line of Ogre Bulls, including the Gold Fangs Man-Eater, just trying to crush this Skaven front line with their monstrous infantry plus chaff combo. A shit ton of Nobbler Trappers and 2 Giants ready to pummel some poor Skavens with their giant tree logs. On the far side there, we have Saber-Tusk Pack and Blood Vultures ready to jump on weapons teams. Leading the army is a Great Mo Slaughtermaster, and that's it for the army build. Let's fast forward a bit there, let the enemies close in on each other. There's no long range firepower, so it is going to be a bit of waiting game until things are getting into melee. On the far side, Ashen Triads move out of concealment. Their concealment bomb does make them a lot harder to spot, and they manage to catch some of these Saber-Tusk Pack by surprise, hacking down some of their HP and models. Over here is probably something, most likely something similar happened, and Ashen Triads using concealment bomb to jump those unsuspecting Saber-Tusk Pack, getting a slight bit of advantage in the early game there. The other Saber-Tusk Pack managed to get out alive, but the Climber Spears are gonna be in for a rough time, getting charged by Ogre Bulls and Nobblers, and they're taking a lot of damage. Storm Vermins might want to start moving up into the front line there, especially when a Giant has engaged as well. There's no point leaving those Storm Vermins as a back line there. They need to start reinforcing the Climber Spears and start grinding down the Man-Eaters and Ogre Bulls in melee combat. Now, the Nobbler Trappers are holding at the back line there, providing some fire support, and very importantly, whittling down the Ashen Triads, who doesn't have a whole lot of armor to protect them, mostly relying on that physical resistance and eating a lot of damage when being shot. They're the faster unit and will be the flanking unit over here, and but they're swarmed by sheer amount of units here, getting good damage done on the Saber-Tusk Pack, but they're a bit out of their depths. there's just way too much resources dumped onto them, and they're getting crushed pretty hard, getting shot as well, and they're just not having a good time against Noblet Trappers as well. Overall, over here in the front line though, Storm Vermins and Red Ogres are getting some really good progress done, grinding down the enemy Ogre Bulls, and the Nobblers are taking some pretty good damage as well. Red Ogres are moving up to the back line. They're trying to reinforce the Ashen Triads. Although over here, both Ashen Triads has been knocked out at the cost of one Saber Tusk and half a Vulture. So probably, I would say that's definitely a profit for the Ogre Kingdoms on that side. Now, Red Ogres have jumped in, and with a surround, the Ogre Bulls and Nobblers will be wavering, and Climate Spears are coming in to help as well. While the Storm Vermins are holding strong, but these are giants, so that if they have infantry support, they can do some pretty nasty damage with their splash attacks. Yeah. So overall, it seems like Skaven has a very slight bit ahead in Balance of Power. Thrall is also holding on just fine against the giant, whittling them down. We shall see if they can get more work done here, but the Climate Spears on the far side are crumbling. All because the Ashen Triads being dealt with means that more units are being freed up. Saber Tusk Pack, Blood Vultures, they are able to now perform some Hammer and Anvil. Maybe perhaps pull out these Climate Spears and just kind of set them up behind the Storm Vermins to prevent rear charges. Would be nice as well, but there are no Climate Spears on that side anymore. And Climate Spears continues to push on and maybe try and pressure the Ogre Bulls and enemy Noblet Trappers. However, in the front line there, Red Ogres will be routed away due to a Vulture and Saber Tusk combined rear charge. Storm Vermins are also wavering as there are no units nearby to provide any support, terrified away by the presence of the Giant. And Throtha and Clean, oh shit. The great magic of the Great Maul is coming in just to heal back up the Giant, even if they do damage to this Ogre single entity. So the Red Ogres and Storm Vermins and all, they are doing their damnness to bring down the Ogre's army, but the fact that they couldn't knock out the Slaughtermaster means they're going to be fighting an uphill battle here. The Skavens don't have healing themselves, only melee stat debuffs, while they have the Creature Killer on, so that's going to help a lot with knocking out some of these Ogre units. But yeah, the Ogres are going to be enjoying that massive heal coming from the Slaughtermaster, keeping those Giants in great fighting shape, which will be a pretty big problem for the Skavens in the late game there. The terror onto these tattered units of Skavens would be quite a bit much. Oh, Brittle Bone being dropped into the fray here, lowering enemies' melee stats. But it didn't cover the Gold Fang's Man-Eater, unfortunately. Another healing, a Troll Guts upgraded version. That's gonna heal Captain. That's a bit of a waste in Magic, I would say. Like, you don't even need that much. Like, just a regular one would be enough to heal Captain. So a lot of that healing is probably gonna be wasted. Oh, they don't even. Most of their unit models are even like fully healed too. So. Oh well. So yeah, all that healing magic might have been wasted a bit there. Probably should have waited a bit to dump them on the Giants. But anyways, the Giants are doing the Great Horn Rats work here, terrifying away a lot of these tattered Storm Vermins, Climb Rats, and whatnot, while they themselves are being sustained by the Ogre healing. And it's a pretty simple grind game at this point. Everywhere the Giant goes, Skaven starts routing. And even Throtha and Clean is routing. Damn. Alright. The terror and fear is just too much. Throtha and Clean costs fear, but he is not immune to psychology. He is still be terrified away. And Storm Vermins, they're holding on strong, but unfortunately, there's just too many Giants, too many healing, and most of their Skaven's armies are gone, so opening up the last blob to a lot of psycho charges, rear charges, and will incur a lot of that leadership penalty. There's still some tattered units staying away from afar, but it's going to be army losses here, with victory belonging to the Ogre Kingdom's double Giant Grindfest. One of the Giants got some good damage, the others not so much, while Trappers, as always, a very cost-efficient missile unit. Yeah. Mostly the Giants carrying the day here, while The Skaven, oh, actually, the Goldfang's Man-Eaters did really well as well, and same goes for the Trappers whittling down the Skaven forces. The Skaven's Storm Vermins did a lot of grinding work. The problem is there's just too much healing to keep that Ogre Kingdom's army alive, keeping their balance of power high, while the Skaven army is just constantly getting grind down, beaten up crushed by the heavy logs held in the hands of the giants there. Yeah, unfortunately the Skaven just couldn't grind it out. Maybe if they have stuff like Helper Abominations, things might have been different. But alas, that is not the case here, and Ogres managed to prevail. Oh no! The Ogres didn't bring stone horns! That's why! I was gonna say, like, there's no way a double Stonehorn build... It's very hard for a double Stonehorn build to lose out against a Grand Cathay army, except if one of them straight up deleted by Yuanbo's net and a Grace of Queen combo, but there are no Stonehorns here. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry, but yeah, this is gonna be a rough one because Ogre Kingdoms, the best bet there are two best ways to kill Grand Cathay. One, spam 4 lead belchers and just shoot a shit out of their army, because if they are boxing, they wouldn't bring that many artillery. 4 lead belchers can definitely win out against 1 or 2 grand cannons at a loss of like 1 or maybe 1.5 lead belchers. They have enough firepower to do that, and at the same time, there's like it's still not expensive enough to a point that you can't afford any other units. So you still have enough numbers to try and contest the Cathay position. So yeah, I feel like yeah, this is gonna be rough here. For the Ogre's army, a front line of Nobblers, and backed up by a bunch of Ogre Bulls, a lot of Ogre Bulls and some Goldfang's Man-Eaters, and a bunch of Nobbler Trappers as well. Leading the army is Man-Eater, the guy himself, Goldfang Man-Eater, and a Fire Belly with Burning Head and Fire Breath. So Burning Head would be ideal for Peasant Long Spears, but now we have a front line of Jade Warrior Halberds on the other side. A front line of that backed up by Jade Warrior Crossbows, Iron Hail Gunners, Crane Gunners, more Jade Warrior Crossbows, and the Grand Cannon to delete important monsters of the Ogre Kingdoms. Now, on the side we have some Peasant Long Spears providing a little bit more numbers, and backed up by some Jade Lances in disguise, Righteous Lances of Wei Jing, and leading the army is once again Yuanbo, the Jade Dragon, all the way out here, Shim's Burning Gaze, Emperor's Executioner, and Nat of Amentok. I'm gonna fast forward a bit here, as the Grand Cafe opening up on the Ogre Bulls, and more importantly the Goldfang's Man-Eaters already, doing some substantial damage, and these are some expensive units too. Yeah, the Goldfang's Man-Eaters, one of them are probably gonna go down soon. And unfortunately, the Fire Belly isn't gonna do too much against the Jade Warrior frontline either. Ogre Bulls plus Nobblers combined will do... Oh, okay, never mind. They're aiming for the backline, actually. Doing some really good damage to the Jade Warrior Crossbows and some damage to the Iron Hail Gunners. But a big Overcast Net pinning down these Ogre Bulls, Nobblers, and even... Goldfang is just kind of distracted right now by Yuanbo. And once again, Yuanbo, the distraction Dragon Lord. Keeping the important units busy and just kind of dueling them with Iron Hail Gunners, whittling down Goldfang Man-Eater's HP alongside the help of the Jade Warrior Crossbows, while the Grand Cathay frontline holding strong with that army boosting their defensive stats. Oh no! Goldfang Man-Eater's his HP is getting low! Oh, he ate an Emperor's Executioner, but he was not at the execution threshold, so he merely got low in HP. Or, I don't know. Either way, he's still dead. Shim's Burning Gaze finish him off. And there goes the Ogre Lord. Man, Yuanbo is such a tough nut to... Like, he is just... What the... He is just sniping out Lords left, right, and center this round. In this tourney. God damn, another Burning Hand on the Jade Warrior's Crossbows. But, not gonna be a problem for the Cathay anymore. With the death of their lord, their front line, especially Nobblers and the Ogre Bulls, who aren't great in terms of leadership already, are just absolutely crumbling left, right, and center
from that loss of leadership. Man, that is a rough one for sure. And yeah. In that case, I think that's gonna be a victory for Grand Cathay again. Like everything is just running on the ogre side, and they're either being chased off or it's gonna take a while for them to come back. While everything's still in the fight, are getting grind down by the long pointy sticks of Grand Cathay, and they just don't have anything to get themselves out of that pickle at this point. We're gonna fast forward for this one. I think that is gonna be GG here. There are some relative Grand Cathay units who came back, and Goldfang Man-Eaters are still fighting the good fight, but it is gonna be too. It's not gonna matter at this point. Burning Head is still a valiant attempt of Hail Mary trying to thin out the Grand Cathay troops, but they're just taking so much attrition damage fighting all the pointy sticks. While Grand Cathay still have enough mobility to chase down enemy routed units, especially Jade Lances and Righteous Lances, having the charge impact to quickly shock those Nobblers into running again. And yeah, that shall be victory for Grand Cathay once again. Yeah, I feel like this matchup you definitely just need a Stonehorn Hunter with a Thief Stone. Like, you need that big single entity monster to just plow through Grand Cathay formation. If you don't have that, then you're in a bit of a trouble. Just gonna get shredded as your units are stuck on enemy long spears and stuff. So yeah, that is gonna be GG here. And next up, I think that is the final replay. Yeah. Wait, hold on. Yeah, I think this is the final replay now. We have Skavens versus Norskins. Let's see how this one goes. All right, let's slow down a bit. For the Grand Cathay, wait, sorry, I was talking too much about Grand Cathay. I see a box and I think about Grand Cathay. Damn it! So for the Skaven's army here, Storm Vermin's Halberd, Clan Vulcan Tail Slashers, both Storm Vermin's, and then Clamorous Spears, forming a box build. You should do a 20 with my mod once Phoenix King finishes it. What is the mod? I'm curious. Give me a DM on Discord, and I'll have a look at it and see if anyone's interested in playing a modded tourney. Because sometimes, unfortunately, it's just that sometimes modded tourney just doesn't have the best turn up, because everyone have to go through the extra effort of finding the mod, downloading it, installing it, and then before they can actually play with it, which is just unfortunate. But it is what it is. Like, in marketing, like, an extra button, like, just having an extra, like, okay, say I'm trying to promote a game, having a link that you can directly click on a video or somewhere in the comments makes things a lot easier and makes people a lot more willing to check out your product from the link than if you ask the viewer to go into Steam and type in the name of the game and search it up for it. It's just an unfortunate fact of people hate extra effort even if it's just a couple of steps. So unfortunately, like, usually modded tourney doesn't have as good of a turnout, but if we have enough players interested, I am definitely down to host a 20 to go with it. But yeah, we shall see if people are interested, and yeah, I'll collect some opinion and see if we might have enough expected turnout. Anyways, for back to the 20 over here, Skavens. Skaven box. We talked about the wall of the Skaven box, now the core of the Skaven box. A lot of Night Runner slingers, as they are not going to be kiting and running. They're just going to be there throwing slings at enemy and whittle them down. With a King Zap guarded by the Storm Vermin with halberds and more gutter runners with poison. Grey Seer of Ruin standing right in front of the lightning cannon. They might want to just move away from the King Zap unless they want to risk friendly fire. A couple of Red Ogres and that's it for army builds. The leading the army will be Grey Seer of Ruin with Dread of 13 Death Frenzy to make things a lot killier, and also the Bound Scorch ability on and Unholy Clamor on the Plague Bell. On the other side of the battlefield, we have the Norscan army here. They're certainly a very strong faction, especially with the recent updates. They have but they are not bringing any DLC units. I don't see any. Yeah, I don't see any DLC units here. It is just a front line of Marauders, unless they have Bearmen in there. Oh, well, one Bearman, one Bearman unit. No, that's rare. Norscan Ice Wolves on both sides, and Skin Wolves as well. Behind them, Marauder Hunters with Javies, and Marauder Hunters. These ones are throwing axes. It just says Javies and Hunters. So it is the throwing axes ones are the default Marauder Hunters. Okay, anyways, leading the army is a Great Shaman Sorcerer of Death with Purple Sun, Spirit Leech, and Doom and Darkness. That Purple Sun would be really nice onto the Storm Vermin. What else? I think, yeah, that is it for the main army. There are some Brutes of the Hound being deployed on the far side of the battlefield, ready to just sneak up on the enemy through the cover of the forest. There are some Ice Wolves and Bees of Tashna on the far side as well. I'm gonna fast forward a bit here, as the Gigzap just doesn't have a good angle on the enemy units here. The vegetation is really blocking their line of sight, unfortunately for the Skavens. And they couldn't get a good shot onto the monsters, who are the Mist Stalkers here, partially revealing themselves, emerging out of the forest. Slingers are also whittling some of these Marauders down. Ooh, Purple Son of Zeruz into the middle of the blob and hitting a lot of overlap units. This Storm Vermin straight up getting deleted. Holy shit. And yeah, down to a quarter of HP. That was definitely a worth it spell. That spell was definitely worth it. Scorch onto some of these Marauders, trying to thin them out as the Storm Vermin, Clan Vulcan, Tail Slashers trying to hold the line. Great Shaman Sorcerer is getting hit by the Kizasa to deny them from casting any spells anytime soon, but just from that one spell, almost 1,000 gold worth of HP damage, That's some crazy work done there. And slingshots are getting dropped into the front line, Flare team spells as well, deleting a bunch of Marauders and getting another Storm Vermin out. Probably they should start pushing up and trying to disrupt enemy missiles or just drive back enemy units in general. Other Slingers continues to fire away, and same goes for a King Zap. But now the Shaman Sorcerer is just hiding behind the trees, and he should be safe from the King Zap for now until he starts popping out to drop another Purple Son of Zeruz. Skin Wolves are pushing in, same goes for the Norscan Ice Wolves, but they are mostly trying to force path their way through the enemies, which is not ideal if in terms of conserving your HP. You're just getting surrounded by a lot of units, by Red Ogres, by Spears and Halberds, and you're just getting cut down at that point. Same goes for the Ice Wolves, and the missile core of the Skaven box continues to remain pretty untouched so far. Mist Stalkers tries to push through as well, but I think the pointy sticks, Storm Vermins and whatnot, are just a little bit too much for them as well. Wait, how did they die so fast? Actually, I'll need to re-watch this a bit there, but yeah. Ikesasa continues to fire with Slingers whittling down the Marauder Hunters, as they don't have shields to protect themselves. Same goes for the throwing axes. Funny how the ones riding on horseback have shields, but the ones on the ground don't have shields. Another Purple Son of Zeruz onto the Skaven box, but the Skaven box is indeed holding strong. They're taking some damage, but that's just Skavens, as per usual for Skaven lives. This is a Storm Vermin shield and sword summon, just trying to block off these Brutes of the Hound and keeping them pinned down with a wall of metal and bodies and whittle them down in melee combat, and perhaps some sling shots with some fire support as well. And a Scorch onto the Brits of the Hound, but probably does some more fire damage. Summons Storm Vermin, but that's just a summon, that's fine. Throwing axes and javelins have been shooting at the Glacier Ruin, though. As the Glacier Ruin in a small box like this is very easily under enemy firepower threat. And now the Skin Wolves being thrown into the back line, but a bit reckless there as they're quickly piled on. A bunch of Red Ogres all just piled onto them, with other Skavens coming through as well. Storm Vermin, that Frenzy upgraded version, juicing that melee attack up on these Skaven units, getting some very solid damage done. And yeah, the Skin Wolves are quickly going down from that attack boost. And you can see the Storm Vermin are holding on strong in this box against the Norskins. Even the Purple Son of Zeruz is not bringing this one back for them. Yeah. I think that is gonna be GG for the Norskins, as there is just too many Storm Vermins and too many Storm Vermins, too many Skavens, and too many slingshots to go through. While everything on the Norskin side are getting constantly whittled down. Yeah, sure, the Glacier Ruin is getting quite low in health, but so is everything else on the Norskin side. We're gonna fast forward here. 1k Valor Sun, yeah, that is a crazy Sun of Purple Sun, man. Gonna quick fast forward here. Just want to check on those Mistalkers again. Didn't quite catch how they went down there, so I'm gonna quickly watch that bit as well. So how did the Mistalkers go down? Did they just jump right into the middle of Storm Vermins and just get grind down? I need to check. Because the Slingers are most certainly not gonna be threatening to the heavily armored and missile resistant Mistalkers. So something has to kill them. Or did they just get shot by so many slings? They just died regardless. Oh, okay, never mind. Red Ogres, 2 Red Ogres piling onto them, that would do it. When they don't even have infantry support. Yeah, that would do it. You can find it in the balance channel on Discord, but I can DM it to you if you want. Okay, yeah, I would love to have a look of it. Yeah. I forgot to check the, yeah, I forgot to check the... I forgot to check the army performances at the end, so I'm gonna just quickly do that right now. Fast forwarding it all the way to the end, and then we'll pick it up. But yeah, that is a tough box. Norscan, after all, is struggles quite a bit against boxes, unfortunately. I'm gonna keep fast forwarding this one. They even have Doom and Darkness on the Skavens, but the problem with Doom and Darkness is it's only good if your army is already in a good position in battle. Like if your army is in a poor position, for example, like everything is just getting pinned down, your Doom and Darkness isn't gonna be useful there because it's not gonna be enough to force your enemies into a rout. So yeah, if your opponent already has some pretty good leadership and you don't have a way to quickly reduce them, there's no point in trying to reduce their leadership with Doom and Darkness, because like there's only rout or not rout as a result. Like if you can put them into rout, then yes, your Doom and Darkness will be worth it. But if you can't rout them, then there's no way your Doom and Darkness would be worth it. Like yeah. And like if they rout, then yes, your Doom and Darkness pay it off. But if they don't rout, then you're just wasting your gold. And sometimes it's very much clear to see if they're gonna rout or not, just from the remaining leadership bar they still have on their unit flag. So like when an area with units that are mostly still like very solid leadership, then there's no point in casting Doom and Darkness, because they're not gonna rout even if you cast a spell on them, and you're just gonna waste the cast and Winds of Magic, which unfortunately the Skavens were in a really good position. So their units are not really prone to routing because they're winning combat, and two, even if they rout, they don't really care because that's not gonna be enough to flip the engagements around, flip the battle around. So yeah, probably a more Purple Son of Zerus would be cool, but or just Spirit Leech spamming onto the Grey Seer, but that was not the case here. Units are getting pinned down and whittled down by firepower, and yeah, very nicely played by Hamster Berserker, standing their ground against the Norsca Rush. I would have loved to see more Familiars to push through, because there was only like one Familiar against 2 Red Ogres, and the Red Ogres quickly piled onto that one Familiar and beat them down. But if there are multiple Familiars, they can just push through and try and press into the enemy backline and stuff like that. But yeah, that didn't happen, and victory belonged to the Skavens, holding the ground with their Storm Vermins and some Red Ogres as well. Anyways, that is going to be it for wait, forgot to mention the Throwing Axes did a lot of good damage against the Grey Seer with the Armor Piercing Fire. Javelins not so much, as they were the first to get eliminated by a shower of Slinger Pebbles. Purple Son of Zerus did really well, but that's like a one-shot wonder. It didn't happen again afterwards, and yeah, after that almost 1k gold worth of damage value, that was not replicated afterwards, as the battle progresses and units are scattered all over the place. Anyways, that's all for today's battles. That is the last replay, I think, that I've received. So yeah, that is going to be all for today. Thank you everyone for watching today's tourney. I hope you all enjoy it, whether you've been playing in the tourney itself or you've just been watching the stream. Unfortunately, due to like challenge scheduling issues, we couldn't get a 4th round, but it is what it is. We'll be back next week with even more multiplayer action. And yeah, that's going to be all for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for joining the tourney. I hope you all had a great week. And oh wait, also I'm starting to do some indie games content. As you might have seen, I had a short video about like this new, still in development indie game where medieval mechas you can pilot a medieval mecha to fight freaking dragons. Do check it out. I really enjoy what the devs are like envisioning for the game. Yes, there are still a lot of rough spots in the game with the UI and stuff, but it's still very fun nonetheless, and I can see how much love and care has been put into the game for like the animation especially. It's really solid stuff, and you should definitely check it out. And yeah, if you like mecha or just fantasy in general. Anyways, that's it for the plugging for a bunch of random stuff, and I'll see you all in the next one. Tactical Lich signing out.